We've made a few changes to our program. It'd be nice to know that our program is still working okay. So we've added this main. Does our program still do what it's supposed to do? Let's run make test. And yes, all the tests are still passing. So by having these tests, we're able to refactor our program over and over again and always go back to our test to ensure that it's still working. So good so far. The next thing I'd like to show you is really a matter of personal taste. This is the way I write programs, and I think it's a pretty good way to teach. I would like to create a function called getArgs that will handle all of the stuff, all of the code having to do with dealing with the argument parser. And the reason I do this is that sometimes this can get quite lengthy, and I don't like having it buried inside the main. I prefer the main to be a much shorter, as short a function as possible. So I can take all of this right here. Actually, these 3 lines is what I want to grab. I'm going to take those out of main, and I'm going to go up here, and I usually make this the first method. It's called getArgs. It also takes no arguments, and here I'm going to paste in the code. And the thing that is going to come back from this argument, from getArgs, the thing that's going to come back, I need to return. What happens is I'm going to, inside main, I'm going to call getArgs to get my arguments. And then I will have them here, and I can run this code just the same as before. What happens is that getArgs then will create the argument parser. It will handle the command line arguments, and if there's any problems, it will stop the execution of the program and print a usage statement. And then here the last line in getArgs is to return the result of parsing those arguments. So here in main is still the first thing that gets run. I run main comes here. The first thing main does is called getArgs. getArgs comes here, parses the arguments, returns the result of parsing them. Those get put into args, and now I can call name. Again, I've just made a bunch of different changes to my program. Does it still work? Let's save that, and let's run our test suite. Yes, the program still works just as it should. But what we've done here is that we've separated out the arguments into a separate function. And along the way, we're learning how to write functions. These functions don't take parameters right now, and that's okay. We'll learn how to do those later. And moving forward, we're going to talk about how to make this a little bit of a prettier program.